So, getting things kicked off for this pre-market prep, I want to preface this by we have a little bit of a different dynamic now after yesterday. So, if you guys have been watching, we get the FOMC rate cut here, and we get an attempted move higher over structure here, and then slam lower. However, what we're seeing here is we're gapping above this prior day high in this structure here. So we're technically gapping over red on the daily, trapping all of these shorts from yesterday, meaning that longs are on the table. For me, this is a strong setup for that upside move. When you get a breakdown off of economic data, and now we're gapping up over this data for that upside move. So for me today, plain and simply put, now this wick actually isn't real. This is just a glitch here. Plain and simply put, as long as we're over 477.28, which if we go in here, you can see on the hourly chart just how important this area is right here. Look at how many tests we have here. So now we're gapping up over this structure, a gap over red on the daily, that can easily come and test these 48487 highs here, which is just this pivot high. So for me, as long as we hold the open, and as long as we're over 477.28, in trend puts us on the table for a move up into 48487. We're gapping over red, we're trapping those shorts from this previous day where we closed near the low, and then we end up putting in a higher low here on the daily off of here, or on the hourly, excuse me, and now we're breaking, putting in a higher high, which in essence is an uptrend on the hourly, and you want to be focusing on those long names. Now, if we just come up here and we just open up right here and just start trading within this prior day range in a downtrend, then longs are not going to be on the table. But as long as we hold the open in this 47728 area, I definitely think we have room to the upside here today. And there's a few individual names that look really, really good. Apple, the first one, if we can get a back through open and washout of 225.10, puts us for a move up into 229.10. And what I like here, or the main thing I like here is, okay, we come up and test this 50 moving average, we try to fail, but we hold on strength relative to the market yesterday on a name that comes down here and puts in a bear trap on the hourly and reclaims higher. So any gap up over this 50 moving average puts us in potential to at least trade up into 229.04. So a back through open and retest of the structure here puts us on watch for that 229.04 test higher, and that is going to be my main watch here today on Apple specifically. AMD, another nice mover during the pre-market session. Yes, in the hourly we're putting in lower lows, lower highs, and we're pushing to the downside, but we're going to be gapping up over this red bar here that has plenty of room higher to trade up into this 200 moving average in this 159 prior rejection zone. So for me, 153.32 and 154.53 are going to be key. Either we back through open setup here, or we break and retest and put in a higher low off of 53s for that move to the upside. And that, in essence, would be a breakout of this channel right here after a break of 154.53. So keeping this one on watch for that continuation move to the upside. NVIDIA, similar structure and what we're seeing on this one, but I like how we come down, we slam lower. This is that slam into this 100 moving average, rejected the 50. Now we're going to be gapping up over the structure, which can come trade up into this 120 to 123 area above. Actually, excuse me, 120, 128. But what's going to happen here is we try to slam lower, we try to break below this structure, put in a bear trap on the hourly, and now we're going to be gapping up over this structure. That makes it a very powerful setup for longs here today on especially a hold of 100 moving average and gap up over structure, and then this 50 moving average as well. So for me, 116.78, a washout that can reclaim. I think we have room to test this bigger structure up into 120, 128 today. And Tesla, this is going to be an A++ if we can open up over 234.56 and get the back through open. Now, why is 234.56 important? Support, rejection, resistance, resistance. So if we can gap up over this and form this as support, I think we have plenty of room to rally into 240 plus here today. So that is for Tesla, that's over a 2% move off of this level here. So if we can open above, get the back through open, a 234.56. It puts longs on the table with room to rally here. You can see how many tests we've had. Eventually, this is going to break. Failure, 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 and failure. Eventually, the market is going to crack this level, and we're going to see an explosive move above this. 234.56 is the line in the sand to watch on this. If we do get that hold, I do think we can see that continuation higher. I hope this watch list video helps you guys. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.